So Johnny Franco, the tailback, Shane Tate in the game as well as a wide receiver, and Justin Schomp. Double wides near side of the field for Tyrone on the first play from scrimmage. And Golden is going to hand it off to Franco. Franco's out across the 20-yard line, fighting for yardage, and he's near the 25. 5-yard gain on the first play.
Yeah, just straight up the middle that time. Pretty good hole opened up by the offensive line of the Golden Eagles. Tackle in there by number 51. And that is Seth Lewis for the Panthers. A gain of 5, second and 5.
Well, certainly the Lewistown defense, scouting that game last week, knows that Tyler Golden, despite his inexperience, can really throw that football. He threw those 2 touchdown passes, completed 7 or 8 passes against Huntington last week. Pitch out to the near side of the field, first down for Franco, just across the 30-yard line. Pretty good defensive play, stopping Franco by Lewistown, but not before he, well, I'm going to stop it, spotted a yard shy.
Well, no, they got the first down, just the nose of the football across the 30, yes. Rich, it will be a first down. Nick Knable and Jamal Martinez in on the stop for the Panthers that time, but another gain of 5, first and 10 for the Golden Eagles.
So, as you mentioned, just by the nose of the football, it is enough for the first down for Franco on that run. First quarter action, no score. Justin Schomp out to the near side as a receiver this time. And Golden set to take the snap. Now whistle prior to the snap. So hold everything, penalty flag thrown.
I think it's going to be delayed game, Rich, against the Golden Eagles that time. And that's where there's a signal. They'll march it back to the 25-yard line and bring up a first and 15.
All right. First down 15 for the Golden Eagles.
25.
On their first possession of the evening following the Lewistown kickoff. Broken I formation for Tyrone, and long pass downfield, and it is caught down the near sideline by the Golden Eagles. Another nice pass to Schomp once again. Perfect connection between Schomp and Golden for a big gainer into Lewistown territory.
Yeah, he got a step on Martinez that time, who pushed him out of bounds at about the 43-yard line of the Panthers, but a beautifully thrown pass again by Tyler Golden, right on the money. Extended hands of Justin Schomp makes the catch, and it'll be a pickup of 32 yards on the reception.
Catch made right in front of us in the near sideline by Schomp, and he carries it for a big first down for the Golden Eagles. I formation, Tyrone, power I, and another whistle. Stops the play before we can get underway again. And this time went to number 24, Shane Tate, who was in as a runner. And we'll see what this penalty is all about. Again, it's Tyrone. Illegal procedure, so 2 quick early penalties against the Golden Eagles. Going to march it back to the 45 to the 48-yard line of Lewistown. So first down and 10 from the Panther 48-yard line. Pardon? First and 15, rather. What was the yardage on that reception by Schomp? 32 yards. Well, quarterback Tyler Golden, nice touch with that football. And he's set to take the snap. I set again. And Tate again gets a call from tailback. Stumbles once, but does move forward inside the 45, maybe the 44-yard line of the Panthers.
Yeah, we'll give him a gain of 4 as they spot it just inside the 45, but it's going to bring up a second and a long 11 for the Golden Eagles. Having something we haven't seen all week. Tate playing the tailback position that time and gets the carry. He has had a few carries, but I don't think he's lined up in the tailback position unless it was late in the game with the second unit.
No, well, he's lined up again in a tailback. Pitch out goes to him again. To the 45-yard line, down near the 40 of Lewistown. Stays inbounds, clock keeps running as we play in the first quarter. That's going to be shy of the first down, so we got another situation coming up here for Tyrone with the third down coming up.
Yeah, another gain of 4, but it's going to bring up about a third and 7 for the Golden Eagles. That's the 40-yard line of Lewistown, and that time Johnny Franco's playing the fullback position. The lead blocker on that sweep was just a quick pitch right, and Tate picks up 4.
Something new from Coach Franco and his staff this week, using Franco at fullback and Tate at tailback. Shotgun formation this time. Golden, the 6'1" quarterback, weighs about 180. And he's going to hand it off to Johnny Franco, and pretty good defensive play by the Panthers going to stop him shy of the first down. Franco did gain 5, however.
Joe Biddle is the one who made the nice play, Rich, as you mentioned, number 74 on the, but it's a 5-yard pickup down to the 35, but it is going to bring up a 4th and a long 2.
Number 74, Biddle, just hung on to the jersey of Johnny Franco, wouldn't let go, and Franco could not get the first down. So Tyrone will probably go for it here. I imagine clock is moving with 8:53 to go in the first quarter, and they will go for it. Golden's over center, and pitch out to Tate. Tate around the end, and is he going to make it? I don't believe he made the first down yardage.
No, he did. I believe he's going to buy a yard shy. He got a yard, but he needed 2. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 34-yard line.
So the pitch out going to Tate, and he gains a yard, but that's it. So Lewistown takes over. Good job by the Panthers defense stopping Tyrone on their first possession. Long drive, but no points for the Golden Eagles. So we're going to see the Panther offense for the first time. It'll be quarterback Shane Wilson. He is a senior. Number is at 13. Okay. Wilson in shotgun to start the game. The pass is incomplete. His intended receiver was split end Jamal Montanez, a senior. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, it was just a quick out pattern about 3 yards downfield, and that time could not connect. Incomplete on the first offensive play for the Panthers tonight.
So Lewistown with a second down coming up and 10, just inside their own 35 at the 34-yard line of Lewistown. Mitchell Field here in Lewistown, home of both the Panthers and the Indian Valley Warriors. Whistles before we get the play underway. That's the third time this has happened early in the game.
Yes, it is, and that's going to be delay game Panthers this time. So I think we only seen one delay game the first 2 games of the season, Rich, and we've had 2 here tonight already.
Yes, and 3 penalties early in the game as well. 2 against Tyrone and 1 against Lewistown. 2nd and 15. Let's check the clock. 8:33 to go in the first quarter. Lewistown now has a 2nd and 15 coming up. Playing in the first quarter. High formation for the Panthers. I think it's Chris McClellan is the tailback. And does he get the call? Nope, they're going to hand it inside for maybe a yard, and that's about it to the fullback and Nick Knabel.
Knabel doesn't get much running room up the middle that time. The interior defensive line for the Golden Eagles stops them after a yard gain to the, well, let's give him 2 yards. Well, 1 yard to the 28-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 14.
Third down coming up for the Panthers. Not doing much here on their first possession either so far. Tyrone did have a nice pass completion, but Lewistown's defense eventually stopped them in Panther territory. Wilson in shotgun again, takes a snap, and he is sacked back at the 20-yard line. Good rush by Tyrone, the linebackers and the defensive line that time.
That was Tyler Hoover that got there first, and Tyler Hoover got the sack back at the 21-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 7 and bring up 4th and long, 4th and about 21 for the Panthers.
Now when 300-plus pounder Tyler Hoover hits the quarterback, he knows it. Now Tyrone's going to get the ball back in pretty good field position here following this punt. Tate lets it bounce at the 45, 50 into Lewistown territory, and we do have a change of possessions. But then we'll turn back to Bill at the radio station. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout.
Stop for Lewistown. 1st and 10, Tyrone. It'll be Tyrone's ball and Lewistown 47.
First down and 10 for the Golden Eagles. Tyler Golden, the senior quarterback, set to take the snap. I set again. Long count this time. Handoff goes to Johnny Franco. Good running room for Franco. 45-40 inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
And a nice pickup on first down as we have no score in this football game, and the Golden Eagles start their second possession at the Lewistown 47-yard line, and Franco picks up 7 on first down to the 40.
No score here in the first quarter. Radio Rich, Gerard Kashuback bringing you the action from Mitchell Field in Lewistown. I believe Franco moved into the top spot among the region's rushers with a nice game last week. He has 46 rushes coming into the game for 287 yards, about a 6.2 average per carry. And whoa, a nice stop that time by Lewistown on Franco, but I believe it's enough for the first down. Grab the uniform again. That's what you got to stop. Maybe grab the uniform.
So he grabbed the shoulder pad and brought him down. It was number 87 for the Panthers who made the stop, but not before Johnny Franco got another 7 yards down to the 33-yard line and a first down for the Golden Eagles.
So the Golden Eagles on the move here again after being stopped by Lewistown on their first possession. Tyler Golden also moved into number 2 spot in the region's quarterbacks. Coming into the game, he had completed 9 of 17 overall for 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and 246 yards. Pitch out to Franco. Franco around left end this time, and that was strung out pretty nicely by number 5 on the Lewistown defense.
Yes, made a good job there, and
that would be Tyler Fink, who's a junior.
It was just a quick pitch, left, sweep to the left, but the Panthers strung it out nicely, and really no gain that time for Franco. 2nd and 10 at the Lewistown 33-yard line.
And the clock moving here in the first quarter. We're about midway through, 6:10 to go. Tyler Golden set to call the play. And the eye set once again behind him. Fakes one to Franco, play action. This time he's going to throw the football, and a wide open receiver. It's dropped at the 30-yard line by number 9. And let's check on him.
I think that's Mingle.
All right, Mingle, that's right, because he brother of the other Mingle who plays Britt Mingle, Mark Mingle for Tyrone. So little pass out in the flat that time, incomplete.
Yeah, he had a middle receiver, a deep receiver, and a short receiver out there in the flat, and the middle receiver looked wide open. Mingle was the short receiver, and he's just a little bit too far in front of him.
So it's incomplete, and that brings up a 3rd and 10 for Tyrone. Tyler Golden to throw again. He got in the wide open receiver again. It's Justin Schaap for a first down inside the 20-yard line. Near sideline pass goes to Justin Schaap for a first down.
Yeah, let's see where they started. Down around the 15-yard line on the near sideline here, far away from us here. As they'll spot it at the 16, it looks like. A gain of 17 on the reception and a first down.
Good job rolling to his right that time by Golden. Bought some time and spotted the receiver.
You're correct, Rich. Just an out pattern that time. The shot lined up in the slot and did an out pattern.
So first down and 10, and the ball is on, the 16-yard line of the Panthers. Golden over center again, and he's going to hand it off to Franco. Franco, a big hole inside. He's going into the end zone for a Tyrone touchdown. Good run over right tackle that time by Johnny Franco, and he takes it into the end zone.
Yeah, nice hole by the right side of the offensive line of the Golden Eagles, and that would be Tyler Hoover and Matt Murray that time, along with center Josh Wright, opened up a big hole. I think somebody got a hand on him at about the 5-yard line, but that was it, just a hand, a 16-yard touchdown run. The Golden Eagles take a 6-0 lead, pending John Schaefer's extra point attempt.
Schaefer has been perfect, I believe, so far in the season. Is that correct? All right. Going to try to make it a 7-0 score in favor of the Golden Eagles. It's Justin Schaap, the holder. Whistle. Prior to the snap again. It could be another penalty against Tyrone. We'll wait and see. 5 minutes and 28 seconds. It was a 16-yard run by Johnny Franco. Let's check and see what this penalty is all around first here. Who are they talking to? I can't figure out who it's against.
No signal yet. Illegal participation against Lewistown, and the Golden Eagles declined that penalty.
Penalty to decline, so here's Schaefer to try the extra point. Snaps a good one, the kick is up, and it is blocked by the Panthers. Blocked. So the score will remain 6-0, Tyrone. We'll take a break and we'll be back with the Golden Eagle kickoff. Back after this 60-second timeout.
60 on the first. It's Tyrone 6, Lewistown nothing.
Hey, Rob and the bus drivers here. Marvin, they said he looked like a bus driver last night. We are! Tyrone! 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 We are! Tyrone!
Especially John earlier.
Yeah.
Did they tell you I ordered new cane quarters?
McMahon and Martinez deep for Lewistown.
Wednesday through Saturday.
Well, Martinez, one of the deep men for the Panthers. And here is the kick. It's going to come down. It's going to go into the end zone. Touchback, 20-yard line, first down and 10 for the Lewistown Panthers. So the Golden Eagles score first, Gerard.
Yeah, a little bit past the midway point of the first quarter here. The Golden Eagles lead it 6-0. A 16-yard touchdown run by Johnny Franco. The extra point kick was blocked, and it was really a good rush by the center of the defensive line of the Panthers that time that just bowled over the center of the Tyrone's offensive line and got in there very deep and got the block.
First down and 10 for Lewistown as they have their senior quarterback Shane Wilson. Usually goes from shotgun. Not this time, though. He's over center. Number 18 in now at quarterback for the Panthers. We'll check on his number here. Couple of changes. McClellan with the carry for a couple. Number 18 is Connor Muir, sophomore, 6 foot, 190 pounder. So new quarterback early in the game for the Panthers here. Unless they're one of those teams that likes to alternate quarterbacks. We've seen that in the past. Want to watch that number though at the over center. Muir takes the snap. Throws a complete pass this time to an open receiver, number 1 for the Lewistown Panthers, and that would be Alex Haynes, a junior, 6 foot, 160 pounder. So first complete pass for the Panthers on the night.
Yes, it is. A nice completion out in the right flat that time. It gets the ball out to, just shy of the first down. They're marking it just shy of the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 on the completion, and it's going to be third and real short.
Less than a yard needed for the Panthers for a first down. We've got 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Clock is stopped momentarily here. I'm not sure why. Someone call a timeout? Officials timeout, or someone, either Tyrone or Lewistown, has called a timeout. It's going to be a Panther timeout. So we'll go back to our studios, and Bill, take it away for another 60-second break here from some of our hosts who bring you Tyrone football.
Get up here now before you go and lose it. Jody. Who's out behind the bleachers?
Harry's with us. Doug went to the Phillipsburg long game.
Oh, yeah?
Up to Palm at halftime.
Oh, Youngstown's been halftime.
That's what it is.
3-0.
Well, a half yard was needed for the first down, and they got 1 yard.
Yeah, I believe it was number 33 on the carry for the Panthers, and that's and get his number here, Rich. We don't have any lights on.
Goss on the carry. A lot of substitutions being made in this game early by the Lewistown Panthers. Pass over the middle is complete for another first down to number 10 this time, and that would be Josh McKay, a senior, 6'1". Nice pass from Muir to McKay on the far sideline that time, and it's a gain of 13 yards on the pass.
Nice completion in this Connor Muir, the sophomore, showing he can throw the football. Last week, I believe Wilson started, and I believe Connor Wilson might be the head coach's son. Connor Muir, I should say, the sophomore quarterback.
Another first down for the Panthers. They trail 6-0 to Tyrone here in the first quarter. And a nice defensive play by Tyrone on the stop that time. Big number 77 coming in. Tyler Hoover again on that Tyrone defense. And making a stop for a loss, this time on McClellan.
Correct. It's going to be back to the 40-yard line. So it's going to bring up now second and about 14, a big loss of 4 yards.
Back to the 40, as you mentioned. The clock shows 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in quarter number 1. We'll have our band salute at halftime, check your scoring stats, and we'll also, of course, run down the scoring highlights of the first half, and Bill Marlette will have some scores from across the area of other big games going on tonight. All right, here's Muir to throw it, and this time it's going to be incomplete. Looking down that far sideline for a receiver again, though.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to hit the tight end that time, just a couple yards downfield. That's Matt Gregg, the intended receiver, but it would only have been a yard or two gain, even if the completion would have been there.
It is really clouded up here at Lewistown from partly cloudy skies, and the wind is kicking up. We do have a chance of some showers. We have a lot of rain showers, we understand, in eastern Pennsylvania. The farther east we traveled, as soon as you got to State College, into Lewistown, started picking up some showers.
Yeah, we had a pretty good shower traveling through State College, getting down here, and then a couple sprinkles after that. But no, just a couple drops falling right now. Shotgun.
Shotgun, Muir's going to throw again. They're after him, and they got him for a sack this time, back inside the 35-yard line. So Tyrone stops the Lewistown threat with good defense.
Yeah, I think it's Reese again. Made the sack that time. Jason Reese on a nice sack back to the 34-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 7 and 4th and long for the Panthers.
Jason Reese has been hot of late here. We mentioned that he was named by the coaches as the Defensive Player of the Week last week, and here's the kick. Number 7, by the way, is the punter for the Panthers. That's Nick Ganable. An excellent punt is inside the 10-yard line, and the run back attempted by Franco. He's not going very far, though, and we have a change of possessions again. Tyrone will take over. We'll turn it back to our studios and take another 30-second timeout.
First and 10, Tyrone on the 14.
Robin, you can put my sweatshirts up here.
I appreciate it. Who scouted this team anyhow last year? Some bum they found on the street down at
Timeout, Tyrone.
He's hanging out for a barber shop.
Your score is 6-0 in favor of the Golden Eagles. Tyrone has taken a timeout, so that gives us a chance to pause once again, tell you about a couple things, and a couple of those things are the Bullpen Restaurant and the Tyrone Shopping Center is the place to meet your friends following the game tonight. And, of course, the kitchen will be open late as well. Friday special is fish, beer battered, fried, or baked fish dinners or sandwiches. Stop by the Bullpen, a big booster of Tyrone sports, as are the folks at Howard's Appliance Service in Warriors Mark. Howard's Appliance Service want to say good luck, Tyrone Golden Eagles, during the season. They are your authorized repair service for Whirlpool, Maytag, and all major brands. You needn't travel to State College or Altoona for your appliance repairs when you have someone local in the Tyrone Warriors Mark area. That's Howard's Appliance Service, wishing good luck to the Golden Eagles. Well, the Golden Eagles called a timeout there, Gerard. Good punt, though, by Knable.
Knable made a nice punt down to the 10, only a 4-yard return by Johnny Franco to the 14, so that's where Tyrone starts, and Franco gets the first handoff over left tackle. breaks one tackle, but stifled pretty well by the Panther defense. He's got across the 15, only a 2 or 3 yard pickup.
Nice work there by the Panther defense. So second down long coming up for Tyrone following the run by Johnny Franco. Let's check the clock. 2:22. Stationed outside of the press box tonight, so that's why we're having a little difficulty with the clock. Not at a good angle for us here, but we'll survive. All right. And Franco again, and big game by Franco. 25-30. Breaks the tackle at the 30, out across the 35-yard line for a first down before he has to be gang tackled by 3 defenders.
Yeah, he made some nice cuts that time. Some shooting moves that time. They're going to spot it at the 36-yard line. A nice pickup and a first down for the Golden Eagles.
Another nice run by Johnny Franco. He can stop Franco a couple times in a row, and then he'll break one.
Exactly, and he's got the potential, the speed, and he's back in the tailback position right now this series thus far.
If you just tuned in, Franco had played fullback earlier in the game with Shane Tate running from tailback. First down and 10, Golden Eagles. Golden hands it off to Tate this time. Nice run, 40-45. Out near the 48-yard line, so this time it's Shane Tate on the run with a minute 34 seconds to go in the quarter. Well, we want to remind you Penn State football comes your way tomorrow on WTRN. Nittany Lions try to get back on the winning side of the track with a game against Youngstown State. And 2 o'clock for the pregame festivities and the Joe Paterno Show, and then the kickoff from Beaver Stadium shortly after 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. Penn State and Youngstown State, and tell me what their nickname is.
Oh, I knew that one at one time, Rich. I can't remember right now.
Same as the Pittsburgh team.
Panthers.
Penguins. There you go. Pittsburgh, the Youngstown State Penguins. All right, nice play by Lewistown on the carry this time.
Yeah, Tate picked up 11 yards and a first down on the last offensive play. This time, Franco, a little running room up the middle, only a 2-yard gain out to the 49-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and running down low in the first quarter, less than a minute to go now with 50 seconds. Tyrone on top in the game by a score of 6-0. A 16-yard touchdown run by Johnny Franco, and the extra points blocked. I formation once again. Tate is the tailback. And it's play action this time as Golden is going to throw it. Throws it deep downfield looking for a receiver, and it is caught for a first and goal for Tyrone inside the 5-yard line. Let's check on the receiver. Was that Justin Schaub down there? Yes, it is. Tyler Golden, what a perfectly thrown pass again.
Yeah.
Last week was no freak occurrence.
No, he threw it downfield 45, 50 yards. The ball's going to be spotted at about the 4-yard line. Let's call it the 3-yard line. So that completion is 48 yards, and it was all in the air. There was no run after the catch.
That ball had to be thrown perfectly because Lewistown had a defender right on the Schaub.
Yes, they did. So 48-yard gain.
So big offensive play again for Tyrone and the Golden Eagles, and here we go with first and goal from the 3-yard line on what could be the last play of the quarter. Stopped at the line of scrimmage is Shade or Franco this time. End of the first quarter of the score is Tyrone 6, Lewistown nothing. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout. A sensational completion from Tyler Golden to Justin Schaub, who caught a big touchdown pass last week.
Yes, that one covered 48 yards. This drive started on the Golden Eagles' 14-yard line. They're down to the 2-yard line of the Panthers.
Second and goal from the 2. Golden's over center, set to take the snap for Tyrone. He hands it off to Franco. Franco is into the end zone. Let's see. No call yet from the officials. Yes, he is. He's in there. Another Tyrone touchdown.
On the carry, touchdown, Tyrone.
Is that Tate on the carry that time?
No, Franco.
Franco, okay. Johnny Franco. Second touchdown on the evening. Golden Eagles lead it by a score of 12-0. Now, extra point try again by Schaefer. Last time out it was blocked. Good job by the Lewistown defense in the middle that time coming in to block that extra point try. But boy, those big plays, long yardage plays can be really important for a team.
Yeah, and Tyler Golden has done an excellent job mixing it up. Those long passing plays opens it up for the running game, too. And the Golden Eagles, other than the one long pass play, kept it on the ground. And this time, Schaefer's kick is up, and it's wide right, not blocked. So he's 0 for 2 tonight.
So that's his first actual miss on the season after his first one was blocked. And the score remains Tyrone 12 and Lewistown nothing. We're going to take a break here, go back and take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more action for you. Take a 30-second spot this time, Bill, back at the studios. 30-second break, and we'll be back with the Golden Eagle kickoff.
On the return for Lewistown.
Okay. Kickoff is returned by the Panthers.
Josh Strasser, one of the short men, picked that one up, returns it out to the 33-yard line. That's where the Panthers will start this possession. 11:50 left in the second quarter. The Golden Eagles lead it 12-0.
And let's see who's in at quarterback this time. I believe Muir is going to be remain in there, number 18. And he throws it downfield, and it is nearly intercepted and nearly caught. That was pass was pretty much on the target from Muir to his intended receiver, number 10, Josh McKay. But good defense by Tyrone as well.
Justin Schaub did a nice job that time. He got his hand up there, just deflected it enough away from McKay at about the Tyrone 45-yard line, so it's incomplete on the first down. The pass was on target, but the defense was there with Justin Schaub.
Yeah, Muir looks like he has a nice arm. He did not start the game, but he has come in. He's only a sophomore, 6-footer, as you mentioned, same name as the head coach for Lewistown, so we're kind of assuming that is the coach's son. I formation behind Muir this time. Pitches it out to 23, Ryan McClellan. McClellan around left end, but he's going nowhere. Strung out very nicely by that Tyrone defense as he tried to run wide.
Correct. Good job by the defense. He does pick up a couple of yards. Up to the 35, a gain of 2. It'll be, well, a gain of 1, let's call it. Third and 9.
Third down and 9 coming up. Incomplete pass and a 1-yard gain for the Panthers. Playing early in the second quarter at Mitchell Field in Lewistown. Hope you're enjoying the game on WTRN Tyrone and also on TyronePA.com on the internet. Pass over the middle, incomplete. The intended receiver this time was 21, Matt Gregg. Pass right over the middle.
Yeah, and he was open. It would have been close to the first down yardage, but the pass was a little bit high that time from Connor Muir over his head, incomplete.
So that brings up a punt formation for the Panthers once again. Knable got a boomer off last time, but I think that wind is going to be against them on this punt attempt. Shane Tate and Johnny Franco are deep for the Golden Eagles. They'll stand back at the 30-yard line. And fair catch signal for taken by Tate. So the Golden Eagles will take over at their own 32 or 3-yard line. Leading in the game by a 12-0 score. I was kind of curious. I was thinking when you said the Schaefer missing that extra point, was that his first or second missed extra point of the year? Do you count a block as a miss? Like I know a punter, when a punt is blocked, it is not counted as a blocked punt.
Well, you're maybe correct, Rich. The block might not count as a miss, but the second one is a miss. No question about it. It was right, so the kicking game looks a little bit off tonight, but the offense looks fine, the defense looks fine, and we got Tyler Golden under center.
Golden set to take the snap. Offset eye this time. Or broken eye, if you like to call it that. A nice run up the middle across the 35-40 out near the 45-yard line. Franco on the carry that time.
Picks up 12 yards and a first down, as you mentioned, out to the 45 before he's brought down. That's just a straight-ahead handoff that time, up the middle.
Nothing too fancy about a lot of Franco's runs tonight.
No, he's been running inside the tackles most of the time, a couple sweeps, but most of them have been inside the tackles.
So the Golden Eagles on the move again. Pro eye this time as a set. And tailback Franco gets the call. He stopped after a very short gain this time, maybe a yard or so, and that's about it. Number 7, Knable, comes in to make the stop for the Panthers. Well, we were talking about the website, Open Door Visions, once again providing the Tyrone broadcast on the internet again this year. TyronePA.com is the website for all your computer services. Check out Open Door Visions of Tyrone. They do excellent work, and we want to thank them once again for providing the games on the internet, as well as, of course, here on WTRN. Golden takes the snap, play action. He's going to throw deep again, and a pass incomplete at the 38-yard line. Running in and trying to make the catch was number 83 for Tyrone that time. Let's check on his number, and that would be Russell Beck. He is a senior in the lineup.
Yes, that pass is a little underthrown by Golden that time. Beck was wide open at about the 40-yard line of the Panthers, but a little bit underthrown.
So the incomplete pass does stop the clock. We have 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second quarter. Tyrone now faced with a 3rd down and 8. Golden back in shotgun this time. He's going to throw it deep, right straight down the middle of the field. A lot of defenders down there, though. For Lewistown, may have been intercepted. Let's see, number 6. Did he come up with the ball or just knock it away?
Just knocked away. Justin Schaaf, the intended receiver, but good job by number 6 of the Panthers that time, breaking it up. It's going to be 4th and 8 for the Golden Eagles and punting situation.
Yeah, Schaaf that time threw it into a crowd. He's got to learn not to do that. Number 6, I do not see. It must have been number 5, Tyler Fink, for Lewistown, a junior, 6'1", 150-pounder coming in on that defensive play. Still punt formation. Levi Reinhardt is the punter for Tyrone. Gets the boot off. First punt on the night. And it's taken by number 1, Alex Haynes. Haynes, the junior, out across the 25-yard line. Change of possessions once again here, so it gives us a chance to take a quick break. Back to the WTRN studios for a 30-second timeout.
Starting. Yeah. What's this, the first pick? Is this the second? Yeah, didn't he get tall?
Timeout, Lewistown.
Well, another timeout here. A lot of timeouts in this half. Lewistown, the Panthers, can call the timeout, and they're going back on offense. So we'll keep it here this time and recap a little bit what's happened, George.
Well, the Golden Eagles have 2 scores in the football game. A 16-yard touchdown run by Johnny Franco, capping a 47-yard drive, and a 2-yard run by Johnny Franco, ending an 86-yard drive. The extra points on both touchdowns, no good, so the Golden Eagles lead it 12-0, 8:22 left here in the second quarter. And the Panthers now will start at their own 28-yard line after the punt by Reinhardt of the Golden Eagles.
Okay, 9:22 to go. No rain yet here. Clouded up, looked like it was going to rain. The wind picked up a bit as well for a while, but haven't seen anything. That's good news, especially for us. We're set up outside tonight, and we have 1st and 10 for Lewistown from the 28-yard line. Muir, sophomore, remains in at quarterback for the Panthers. And he's going to stick to the ground this time. Straight ahead goes the runner. Number 7, Knable.
Right up the middle that time. Gets across the 30 out to the 32. A good gain of 4 yards. 2nd and 6 for the Panthers.
Yeah, decent run that time on first down for Lewistown. They want to try to put something together here before halftime anyway. Scoring drive. Haven't shown much so far. That Tyrone defense has again been outstanding. Lewistown hasn't shown much in offense all season, though.
No, Muir did complete a couple passes, though, in one of the earlier series, and they got a couple first downs. Let's see if he mixes it up here again. But no, a pitch this time to McClellan, I believe.
Man on the carry for Lewistown.
Couple of yards shy of the first down, though, so it'll bring up a 3rd down for the Panthers, and about 4 to go for a first down, 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. Tyrone back home next week. Haven't been home in a while. Huntington and Lewistown, 2 away games, but we're going to face the Eagles of Bald Eagle area. 7 o'clock kickoff at Gray Veterans Memorial Field next Friday night. If you can't be there, we'll have the broadcast starting with Bill Marlette's pre-game show at 6 o'clock next Friday night. I formation, Lewistown might need to go to the air here. Well, they're going to stick to the ground and not get anything. Kind of surprised me there on the 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, just gave it to the fullback, Nick Knable, and he gets a yard maybe, but he's going to be well short of the first down by about 3 yards. That's going to bring up 4th and 3 for the Panthers at their own 35-yard line.
So it's 3 and out for Lewistown on offense. Forces them into punting formation again. Knable the punter. Shane Tate and Johnny Franco are the returners. They'll stand back at about the 30-yard line of Tyrone. And Knable booms another one. And fair catch called for and fumbled by Franco, but picked up nicely by Johnny. So set for action once again. Tyrone leading in the game 12-0, takes over in their own territory at the 35-yard line. Our band salute will be coming up at halftime. A lot more, including some scores from across Blair County and the entire region. So the Tyrone offense back on the field. Speaking of Bald Eagle area, Tyrone plays next week. They are locally playing again tonight. They're taking on the Blue Devils at Memorial Field in Bellwood. I formation, Tyrone with Tyler Golden taking the snap. He's going to throw it this time. Out in the flat, the pass goes for a nice little gain of about 6 or 7. Let's check on the receiver for Tyrone. Shop with the catch.
Yeah, he has all completions tonight, all 4 catches that are completions. A gain from the 35 out to the 39-yard line, only a pickup or check it from the 35 out to the 44-yard line, so a gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
Shop with the reception. But 33 is a receiver now for Tyrone as well, and that would be Joshua Graham, a sophomore. They're going to stick to the ground, though, for the first down and more. Across the 50-yard line into Lewistown territory goes Johnny Franco for the first down. So Tyrone back in Lewistown territory and hoping for another score before halftime. Got plenty of time on the clock, which is stopped now to move the chains. 6 minutes and 42 seconds to go.
40 seconds.
It's at the Lewistown Panther 46-yard line. Tyrone huddles it up, breaks huddle, and here we go. Shop wide out near side. And we got split backs behind the quarterback this time. Golden fakes short. He's going to go deep. Now they're after him. And Tyler Golden is sacked. Back up the 50-yard line. Good speed. Let's check on that number, 56, I believe it is, for the Panthers. One of their offensive linemen, Joe Fiore, showing good speed, catching up with Shop.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss of 3 back to the 49-yard line of the Panthers and bring up a 2nd and 13.
Now, 2nd down, Tyrone. 6 minutes even now to go in the half. And Tyrone's had their way with Lewistown for quite a few years. Matter of fact, 1993 was the last time that the Panthers defeated the Golden Eagles in the pre-Franco era. And Johnny Franco gets the carry, 50, 45, gets a chunk of that yardage back to about the 43 of Lewistown this time. Franco on the carry.
Yeah, might even give him the 42. So it's going to bring up a third 7 for the Golden Eagles at the 42-yard line of Lewistown after that gain of 7 by Johnny Franco.
Good crowd here tonight from Tyrone supporting the Golden Eagles. This is we're talking about the only stadium that we go to that has bleachers in the end zone. The bleachers in the end zone pretty well filled up as well. So they can see quite a good capacity here at Mitchell Field. Screen pass to Franco, 40, 35, breaks one to 30, 25, and they finally run him down from behind, and a flag is thrown, number 87, coming in from behind to finally bring down Franco for the Panthers, and that is Scotty Brown, junior 6'1", 180, but there is a flag thrown, and let's see what that's all about.
It's going to be a hold or a clip on after the catch. So the play's going to stand down to the 18-yard line, then they're going to march off the face mask, they're called. Oh, face mask against
Lewistown. Yeah, that's not against Tyrone, that's against Lewistown, a face mask. I don't know if that happened. I think that was thrown in before the tackle, unless he grabbed him prior to when Franco went down. That must have been what happened.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was before the tackle. Somebody grabbed him, and then he broke free and gained a couple more yards. But they're going to make the completion down to the 18-yard line and then add half the distance to the goal to the 9.
So the face mask penalty called against the Panthers. First down and goal at the 9-yard line of Lewistown. That was a nice 24-yard reception on the screen pass that time. Oh, here's a big run into the end zone. No problem for Franco there. Just took the ball, ran to his left, and no one was near him.
9-yard touchdown run for Johnny Franco. The Golden Eagles get their third score of the night. He run in untouched, as you mentioned that time, Rich.
Yeah, he sure did. Lewistown looking for something, obviously looking for something totally different on the offensive play, but Franco took it in for an easy touchdown. 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go, and Schaefer will once again try the extra point. Try to make his first on the night after having one blocked and missing one. Holder is Justin Schaap, and it's a fake. It's a fake. They're going to go for the 2 points. Schaap is running with the football, and he is going to be in there for a 2-point conversion. So, good play by Tyrone there.
Justin Schaap converts. He's the holder. He took the snap and just rolled to his right and made it to the end line, or the goal line, and it's a 2-point conversion. 20-0, the Golden Eagles lead it.
We'll take a break and be back after this 1-minute timeout. Radio Rich and Gerard Geschubeck bringing you the action tonight from Lewistown, and it's been all Tyrone so far. Golden Eagles lead at 20-0. What happened here on the kickoff?
Well, on the kickoff, we got an offside penalty against the Golden Eagles, so John Schaefer's going to have to march back 5 yards to his 35-yard line and re-kick this.
Lewistown not prepared for that fake, although they really should have been.
Yeah, I do. It was real close. He just barely made it across the goal line, did Justin Schaap at the 2-point conversion. Gets back one of those missed extra points.
Low liner this time by Schaefer. Is out of bounds, so that means that Lewistown will get it at the 35.
The 35 or the 40, Rich. Yeah.
Hasn't happened yet this year, but I think it is the 35-yard line. It used to be the 40 for a while, but 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go, and now we'll say this again. Let's see if Lewistown can do anything offensively here. They have not been able to put together a good drive, couple sparks here and there. As I recall, that's the way they've been for the last couple of years, Gerard, that they show some offense, but you're not scoring offense.
Yeah, they have moved the ball against Tyrone defenses in past years, but not getting many points on the board, and they only scored 6 last week against Bald Eagle. I'm not sure what the score of the Juniata loss was, but they have moved the football a little bit, but not the last couple series.
Well, it takes a little while to get going because they had their first winning season last year since the 70s. I think something like 1975. Then went to the playoffs and lost in the first round of the playoffs. So they were hoping things were back on the positive route here at Lewistown for the Panthers. But not so far this year. Muir to throw. Incomplete.
Incomplete to McKay.
Intended for McKay at the 50-yard line.
Justin Schaub had the best chance to catch that football. McKay was open running a slant pattern that time, but the pass was too far in front of him that time, and the deep defender, Schaub, got his hands on the football diving for it, but couldn't control.
So back to the 40-yard line for a 2nd and 10 for Lewistown. Couple double wideouts to the near side. And Muir is set to take the snap. He is going to stick to the ground this time, and Knable's going to be hitting the backfield for a loss. Again, Tyler Hoover having a big game for Tyrone on defense.
Had Tyler Hoover corralled him and had some help from his friends. It's going to be no gain at the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Tyler Hoover is being recruited, we understand, by some Division 1A colleges, and he has the size and the speed to play.
Yeah, for his size, it really is impressive with his speed. You know, he's got the bulk out there, and that time he chased Knable down as he was running along parallel to the line of scrimmage.
And here's Muir to throw. They're off him. They got him for a sack back at the 36-yard line. Unable to get that pass off that time, and again, good pressure by the defense for Tyrone.
Yeah, I think Shane Amy is in there along with Jason Reese again, and it's going to be a loss of 3 back to the 37 and bring up a 4th and 13.
And the Lewistown offense hanging their heads, looking very discouraged as they come off the field this time. They just can't get anything going. Knable to do the punting. Tate and Franco back. 3 minutes and 7 seconds to go till halftime. And here's Knable's punt. And it's a good punt again. That's one positive for them tonight. Taken way back at the 20 by Franco. Franco's corralled at the 27.
Yeah, nice tackle by number 23, Chris McClellan, that time. And we'll spot the football to 28. That's where the Golden Eagles will take over. They have 2:53 left here in the 2nd quarter. They lead it 20-0. And I believe they only have 1 timeout. Rich left, or is it 2? I know they used at least 1.
Forward Annis 14, Baldwin area nothing.
Bellwood leading Bald Eagle Annis 14-0, we understand there. Phillipsburg leading Penn Valley as well.
So let's see what the Golden Eagles can do right now. I formation yet. Franco dotting the I. Tyler Golden under center. They start at their own 28. The handoff goes to Franco, but he is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage as McClellan comes up. Ryan McClellan and makes the stop. No gain.
Well, Ryan McClellan really was in that backfield unopposed that time and stopped Franco for a loss. Then we're getting close to halftime. Tyrone still has time to put together another scoring drive here. Probably going to have to throw some passes, though. Got 2 minutes and 24 seconds to go now. Golden not in shotgun. He takes a snap over center and play action. It's a pass off. It's incomplete at the 40-yard line, and that one not even close.
No, I'm not sure if he's going to back the deep receiver or somebody running underneath him, but went between the 2 receivers. Neither of them had a chance to get it incomplete, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
I don't think that play was in coordination at all. You know, when he faked the play action, it just didn't look right.
Yeah, it was a little bit, something was a little out of sync, as you're saying there, behind the line of scrimmage that time.
Okay, the incomplete pass stops the clock. 2:09 to go till halftime. Tyler Golden back in the pocket to pass this time. They're after him. They got him, but he gets the pass off, incomplete. At the 40-yard line, the intended receiver was Conrad.
Johnny Conrad that time. The tight end just a little bit beyond his reach that time, so it's incomplete. And it brings up 4th and long for the Golden Eagles, and Reihart's going to have to go into punt formation.
Now, Conrad has some big shoes to fill coming in there. Doug Marr, a lot was expected from Marr as a senior this year, tight end. Marr was not only a good receiver at times the last couple of years, he was a good blocker.
And a good defensive end on the defensive side of the ball.
So Tyrone to punt. Reihart gets it off. They're going to run it back this time from the 42, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Big run back for the Panthers. And number 10.
Josh McKay that time on the return. A nice return from his own 40-yard line down to the 28-yard line of the Panthers. So net yardage on that punt, 0.
Took that punt right here on the near sideline. He kind of zigzagged his way downfield.
Yeah, he broke a tackle or two. It was a nice return by McKay.
So chance for Lewistown again before halftime. We have 150. Muir's back in shotgun formation. And a wide open receiver, but he throws it short. Number 1 was the intended receiver, Alex Harris.
Second down.
Alex Haynes on the intended receiver, and it was just way short of him. He was wide open at about the 20-yard line. Nobody within 5 yards of him, but the pass came in way short.
Clock stopped, 1:47 to go. So Muir trying to lead his team into the end zone, get something before halftime. Again, Alex Haynes wide to the left as a receiver this time. Knable, the fullback. He gets the call. He gets pretty decent yardage inside the 25.
Shane Amy on the stop, but he picks up 4 or 5. Let's see where they spot it. But it's still going to be 3rd and about 5, and minute 32, the clock running.
Well, the good thing for Lewistown here is that they can go for it on 4th down. There's little time left.
Oh, no question they'll go for it. If they pick up a 5 down to the 23, 3rd and 5.
1 minute and 18 seconds to go. Muir back to shotgun with Knable standing right beside him as the blocker. And the pass is going to be incomplete. And who he's looking for that time? Someone on the near sideline.
Looks like the tight end, 86, Zach Hesketh, overthrown that time. And it's incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th and 5.
So 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. And as we mentioned, they certainly will go for it on 4th down here, trailing in the game by a score of 20-0. Lewistown coming in 0-2, Tyrone 2-0. Golden Eagles also moving into the state rankings. The Harrisburg Patriot News this week, number 7, number 10 in the Pennsylvania Football News rankings. Well, did they run there on 4th down?
Yeah, they run a little draw play to Knable, and it goes nowhere. So on downs, the Golden Eagles are going to get the football back. Actually, maybe lost a yard on that carry. So change of possession to the Tyrone Golden Eagles. Just 59 seconds left.
Yeah, that was quite surprising to me when they handed the ball off there with a 6 yards or so needed for a 1st down. So Tyrone does take over, can run the clock out here with less than a minute to go. Leading in the game by a score of 20-0. Well, shotgun formation. I said they can run the clock out. I guess I was wrong. Golden gets the pass off. It is incomplete. Far sideline at the 40-yard line. Intended receiver, a shop, I guess, down there.
Second down.
So 2nd down and 10. Tyrone not running the clock out. Stops it, though, with 52 seconds to go. At the 24 of the Golden Eagles. Certainly not the point of the field. You want to make a mistake, throw an interception or something like that. Cause yourself difficulty going into the locker room. But they have confidence in Golden, I guess, there. And a whistle. Illegal procedure called against the Golden Eagles. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Taken back with 52 seconds to go.
2 seconds, 15.
You know, Muir warming up here. He's hoping to get the ball back. Another chance before halftime, but that's a penalty against the Golden Eagles. The Tyrone band set to perform at halftime. We're going to be able to pick up the performance tonight. We're outside, as we mentioned, for our broadcast outside the press box this evening. And again, Golden shotgun. And there's another penalty flag thrown against Tyrone.
I think it's going to be another illegal procedure. The offensive linemen are just a little bit jumpy right now. And that's going to march it back to near the 15-yard line and bring up the 2nd and 20. And I agree with you now, Rich. This is a position where let's just hand it off and run the clock.
Let's just hand it off and run the clock. That's what I say if I were the coach here, but I ain't the coach. That's another 5-yard penalty against Tyrone. What I always fear here is an interception or something like that, a fumble, and the other team gets a score.
Exactly, and you're correct, Rich. And you don't want to give up an easy score for Lewistown deep in your own territory late in the game, especially when you have a 20-0 lead. You don't want to let them back in. The chances of scoring, traveling 85 yards in the next 52 seconds isn't real high.
So they do hand it off inside, and not much there to Franco, I believe.
Franco on the carry. Middle on the stop.
Clock starts moving again with 40 seconds to go now. Bring up 3rd down for the Golden Eagles. I the Panthers would want to call timeout here if they had one, but both teams call a lot of timeouts.
Yeah, they've used a lot of them already. A gain of 5 for Franco to bring up 2nd and 15, 3rd and 15.
But the clock is on the move. Tyrone taking all the time they can. About 20 seconds to go. Might just let it run down here.
Well, I don't think they can. I think there was enough time on that it'll be delayed.
I mean, take a penalty.
Well, I wouldn't do that because that's going to force you to...
Apparently that's what they did, though.
Yeah, that's...
Does stop the clock with 8 seconds to go, so they will take the 5-yard penalty. And I believe someone may have called a timeout as well.
Timeout, Tyrone.
Golden Eagles call timeout, so we'll take a break as well. Let's return to our studios, take a 60-second break. Clock showing 8 seconds to go. Tyrone taking a delay game penalty. And what do you think? Kneel down here and go to the locker room?
Well, actually, they didn't take the penalty. Better play by Franco. They called the timeout right before the 25 seconds run, so it will be 3rd and 15 at about the 20-yard line.
So Golden takes a snap. And he does hand it off to Franco inside. Franco with the run for about 3, and that'll be the end of the first half. Tyrone leads it by a score of 20-0 over the Panthers. But we got a lot to do here at halftime coming up. Gerard's going to check your stats from the first half, also the scoring plays. All Tyrone.
They didn't get much running room, only a return of about 5 yards as they'll spot it near the 20.
So the Panthers take over on offense to start the second half, trailing the game by a score of 20-0. Excellent defensive effort again by the Golden Eagles in the first half to shut out the Panthers, allowing their first points of the season last week, actually, against Huntington, pitched a shutout in the first game.
Correct, 16-0 in the first game. And what was the final last week, Rich? I think it was 35-13, was it?
Yeah, something like that, I believe, right. It was interesting at halftime because Riley had that long kickoff or punt return, was it? And made it a closer game at halftime. Now it's sticking to the ground for the first play of the second half. McClellan on the call for the Panthers. 2nd down coming up from the 24, make that the 23-yard line, only a gain of 2 or 3. Well, the Panthers brought Muir in after about the first or second series at quarterback, the sophomore. He stayed in for the rest of the first half, completed some passes, showed he has a decent arm, but couldn't lead a scoring drive. He's in there now, the sophomore. Almost fumbled. Bad exchange, I believe, but it turns into a positive for Lewistown. They get a couple out of it. The runner, number 20, McClellan, Chris McClellan. There's 2 McClellans, Ryan and Cliff. Ryan is McMahon, and Chris is McClellan. Okay.
Yeah, I had him mixed up a little bit up from the program earlier, but that time it is McClellan. He picks up another 3 yards or so. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
So the Panthers, they'll need about 4 first down out across the 26-yard line. Muir not in shotgun this time. Takes a snap over center, gets the pass off. It's complete for a first down and more. Breaking tackles out across the 35 to the 40-yard line. Goes number 1, Alex Haynes, the junior, 6'4", 160 pound. And Muir likes these little quick passes over the middle.
Yeah, it's a nice 14-yard pickup. That time, Hayes lined up way wide left, and he just ran down the line of scrimmage and took the pass from Connor Muir, broke a tackle. It looked like he was going to be stopped for no gain, but broke a tackle from behind and picked up 14 yards.
That was another one of those little in patterns run by the Lewistown receivers, and Muir hooks up pretty well on those with his receivers. Again, the eye set. Tailback gets the call this time. McClellan, he's out across the 40. Carrying tacklers with them. Nice gain there on first down for Lewistown. That's what they need a bit more of, is the positive yardage on first down.
Yeah, he picks up a nice gain to 4 yards out to the 44-yard line. 2nd and 6.
2nd down, 7.
So Muir comes to the sidelines, gets his play from the coach, head football coach Alex Muir. Just underway in the second half. Tyrone leading the game by a score 20-0. And once again, they send out Hayes wide to the right. Split backs behind the quarterback this time. McClellan with the call. And Chris is around the near side, and he has very little run room. Boy, that was a nice job by the Tyrone defense. Franco coming in from his defensive back slot.
Going to be a yard loss back to the 43. Franco and James Updike, 2 in on the stop. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7.
So just when Lewistown looked like they were putting something together there, Tyrone comes up and makes a big stop on defense. Panthers huddle it up. This time we'll send number 10, Josh McKay, senior, as a wide out to the near side. And going back to shotgun, the quarterback is going to be sacked back at the 40-yard line. Another big play by Tyrone's defense. This time it's number 35.
85, I think it was Schaefer. John Schaefer, the starting defensive end, in on the sack back to the 41, a loss of 2, so it brings up 4th and 9 to the Panthers.
Well, Lewistown did get a first down that time, give them credit for that, but then the Tyrone defense stopped them. Knable the punt. Good snap, here's the kick. Knable, a low liner, might be a good return this time by Franco. He has it at the 30, 35, 40, out across the 45-yard line. And a first down and 10 coming up for the Golden Eagles. Tate that time, not Franco, on the return. So we got Penn State football coming your way tomorrow here on 1340 AM. Nittany Lions, 1-1 now on the season following their loss to Notre Dame, which, by the way, I picked correctly.
Yes,
you picked incorrectly.
And I took the booby prize. You're right, Rich. But, and of course, we always mention my Pitt Panthers. They had a big victory over Cincinnati last Friday night. They play Michigan State tomorrow.
It could be an interesting game there. A lot of offense maybe in that game. Penn State playing Youngstown State and the Penguins. Kickoff time 3:30. And you can hear the warm-up show starting at 2 o'clock. Now, gang tackling this time on Franco, coming in to make a stop on Johnny Knable among the tacklers.
Yeah, there's a good stop in there, along with Fiore also. A gain of about 2 yards out to the 47-yard line, 2nd and 8. But Franco made about 5 moves to get those 2 yards that time.
Yep, 7:42 to go. Tyrone's first possession of the second half of tonight's game. Tyler Gold, another inside handoff to Tate. Tate tackled after he crosses midfield, though, into Lewistown territory at the 48.
He's going to get about 5 yards, to the, as you mentioned, to the 48 of the Panthers. Bring up a 3rd and 3 before he stops.
Tyrone sticking to the ground on their first possession so far. And with the lead. One of Tyrone's best features over recent years has been when they have a lead at halftime, they go into the ground game and take a lot of time off the clock with some of their drives in the second half.
Yeah, particularly in third quarters. They usually eat up the clock with leads, and they're going to try and do it here. They need a first down, though. 3rd and 3 at the 48 of the Panthers.
And Golden is going to hand it off to Franco, and Franco has the first down and more. He's out inside the 45 of Lewistown, maybe to the 43-yard line this time. Johnny Franco for the Golden Eagles. Number 50 for the Panthers, who is in on the stop. And that's Chris Wei-Wong and also Knable, number 7 on the stop. But it is enough for a first down for the Golden Eagles. Clock stopped briefly to move the chains. Next week, the Golden Eagles take on the Bald Eagle Area Eagles. It'll be the Eagles against the Eagles at Clay Veterans Memorial Field in Tyrone. Tate back at tailback, and he gets the call. And Tate is stopped after positive yardage, though, about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, he gets about 2. That did pretty good job by the defense of the Panthers that time. Fiore in on the stop, along with some help after a gain of 2.
So the ball set up at the 42-yard line of the Lewistown Panthers. Tyrone on the move here in the second half, back on offense again after forcing a punt by Lewistown on their first possession. Franco fullback and Tate is the tailback. Or they switch around again, let's see. I think they switched around, that's Franco. Yeah, near the 40-yard line, not much there.
Only about a yard, that's all Franco gets that time. It's going to bring out the 3rd and 7.
Well, Lewistown kind of putting 8 or 9 in the box here, and they're kind of looking for Tyrone to run. They know Tyrone's history of the 3rd quarter, as you mentioned.
Yes, let's see if we can set up another screen pass. This might be the position to do it like they did in the first half to Franco, or maybe to Tate.
Yes, that screen pass worked out for 30 yards or so for Franco in the first half. That would be a good call here. We'll see what it is. Nope. Rolling to his left is the quarterback, Tyler Golden, and he completes it down to the 25-yard line. Let's check. It's Justin Schaub, I think, on the reception for the Golden Eagles here on the near sideline. Schaub made his cut from the middle of the field to the sideline and made the catch.
It'll be a pickup of 15 down to the 25-yard line of the Panthers, so the Golden Eagles keep this drive moving. It started in their own territory.
Golden seems to throw the ball pretty well when he rolls out.
Yes, he does. He can throw the pass on the move, maybe not quite as deep as those long bombs he can throw, but he can get it downfield 15, 20 yards while rolling out.
Well, number 3 checks into the game for Tyrone. That's the sophomore Steve Kadich. Big tall kid. Played basketball as a freshman last year on the varsity. And Johnny Franco strung out pretty nicely by the Lewistown defense that time as he moves to his left.
Yeah, he picks up a couple. They'll spot it. Let's see where they do spot it. About the 21-yard line, 2nd and 6.
And let me look around the corner here and check the clock. 4:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. So no scoring by either team in the quarter. But Tyrone did all the scoring in the first half and still leads it 20-0. That includes a couple missed extra points, but a 2-point conversion. Golden pitches it out to Franco. Franco makes an inside cut. Oh, beautiful defensive play by number 50 for the Panthers. And that is Chris Wei-Wong, Lewistown Jr. Wow. When Franco makes his inside cut, sometimes he gets additional yardage, but not that time.
Now it's going to be a loss of 2 back to the 22 and bring up a 3rd and 8 here for the Golden Eagles. Clock's still churning, though. Well, no, he's knocked out of bounds, so the clock's not churning. 4:46 left in the 3rd quarter. Tyrone 20, Lewistown 0.
Wide out to the far side goes Justin Schaub this time, and the I formation for the Golden Eagles. Golden, play action. Taking the handoff. He's going to run with it himself this time. Let's see, he has the first down. I think he does. Down near the marker at the 15, inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I believe he does, and he couldn't find anybody open on the right side and just kept the ball and got it down to inside the 15, I believe, to the 14. Just enough for the first down, a pickup of 8.
So another fresh set of downs to work with for the Golden Eagles and their offense. Kadich again in the lineup as a wide out to the far side. And we have split backs behind Golden this time, inside to Tate. Tate, nice little inside run, breaks a tackle and then cuts to the outside and gets an additional 2 or 3 yards.
Yes, he did, Rich. A good inside running that time by Shane Tate.
Shane Tate for the Golden Eagles with 3 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the third quarter. Got a gain of 9 yards on that one, as a matter of fact.
On the 4-yard line.
So Tyrone huddles it up. Golden Eagles threatening to score once again and increase their lead. Tyrone has not lost a regular season game. I think they've won like 15, 16 in a row, something like that going back. But there's a good defensive play by the Panthers. Knable comes in that time to make the stop.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss. They only needed about a half a yard for the first down. And, oh, wait a minute. No, they give forward progress enough for the first down, just barely.
Yeah, forward progress enough for a first down. First down and goal coming up for Tyrone at the 3-yard line. All right, sticking to the ground and slipping this time. Looks like before the tackle was made for a loss of a yard back at about the 4-yard line. There may be a cramping situation again. There's something Gerard was talking about. We have a timeout call. That's Tate, I believe, for the Golden Eagles. But that play really ended before a Lewistown tackler hit the runner for Tyrone.
Yeah, I don't know if he slipped or something happened that he went down, but it will be a loss back to the 4.
So we do have an injury timeout. We'll return to our WTON studios. I think a 1-minute timeout. When you have the same area where a cramp occurs, you can develop a strain or some kind of a sprain. 2 minutes and 27 seconds to go, and it is in the end zone for a touchdown for Tyrone. Tate?
Nope, it's Justin Sharp on the reception, right at the goal line. He just made it in, and the 4-yard touchdown pass from Golden to Justin Sharp.
All right, so Tyrone gets the score following the injury to Johnny Franco. And Schaefer back in now to try the extra point for the Golden Eagles. That makes it 26-0. What's it, a 4-yard run? 3-yard run? 4-yard, I'm sorry, 4-yard pass. Okay.
Glad you saw it.
Justin Schaub, who scored the touchdown, is the holder. The kick is up, and it is good. Tyrone leads it 27-0. We'll be back after another 60-second timeout. Okay, 27-0, Tyrone on top, following the touchdown and the extra point. Here's the run back, Montanez with it, out across the 20, stop shy of the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Panthers again, checking the clock. The score came 2:19 to go in the third quarter. Again, we'll say it, let's see if the Panthers can do something on offense here. Had a first down on their first possession of the second half, but that was it. Tyrone forced the punt and then takes it in for the score. See if we can spot Franco over there on the sideline, see what kind of shape he's in. Had to be helped off the field, assisted off the field. Muir in at quarterback. He stayed in there, but a whistle stops the action.
I think the wide receiver, Josh McKay, moved a little quick that time. He was off the line of scrimmage before the snap of the football, and it's going to be a legal procedure penalty against the Panthers, marching it back to the, let's see, about the 19-yard line.
So that'll bring up a 1st and 15. Things just not going well at all for the Lewistown Panthers in this game tonight. Remember, we'll return home next week to the baseball legal area at Grayfield. Kickoff 7 o'clock. You can join us on the radio as well, or on the internet at TyronePA.com. 6 o'clock, Bill Marlette's pregame show, and again 7 o'clock for the kickoff next week at Tyrone.
And McClellan on the carry that time. Chris McClellan, no gain. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
And the clock keeps motoring along. We got 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Muir in a spot where I think he's got to go to the air a little bit more here. Tyrone's playing the run. Muir does not seem to have the long pass capability. I don't know if he does or not. We haven't seen him throwing a real long one anyway. And he's going to throw it. No swing pass goes to his receiver Harris again. Harris not much there.
Haynes in the complete.
Tried to run inside.
Yeah, Alex Haynes.
Haynes. I think I said Harris. It's Haynes.
Yeah, again, that pattern from the opposite side of field where he just runs down the line of scrimmage and catches the pass, but this time the Golden Eagle defense there snuffed it, no gain.
Yeah, they're ready for that. Minute and 10 to go now. And a third down and 15 for the Lewistown Panthers at the 19-yard line of Lewistown. And number 17 in that lineup for the Panthers now, and that is Sean Heckert Jr. Sean Heckert the Jr. Muir to throw. Muir throws it to Knable, looking for reception. He rolls. Did he make the catch? Not a first down anyway.
Yeah, I think he made the catch at about the 26-yard line, but he had to get down low to make the reception, and as a result, he's down at the 26. Pickup of 7 yards, but it's still going to be 4th and 8.
So still fourth down for the Panthers with 30 seconds to go and the clock running here in the third quarter. Knable into punt once again. He's been a busy boy tonight for the Lewistown Panthers. Tate, and let's see who's back there as the new man replacing Franco. I believe it might be Mingle. No, Franco's back. Franco's back in the game. Tate has it, takes a fair catch with 9 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Again, a good fair catch, but one thing about Knable, he is the best punter I've seen in several years. He really moves them high and long. That time it's all the way down to the Tyrone 28 from the 26 of the Panthers. That's a 52-yard punt with no return.
Yeah, he's had some boomers in this game tonight. That's about one of the few positives for Lewistown in the game. Now, when your punter's in there a lot of times, you know you're not doing so good, though.
I'll tell you what, he's got as a punter, he's got some capabilities at a higher level here. I mean, he just booms them high and long. Every one of his punts, I haven't seen him hit a bad one yet.
So that is the end of the third quarter. The score, Tyrone 27, Lewistown nothing. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter after a 1-minute timeout. The Golden Eagles. So we start the fourth quarter with Tyrone in the lead.
And Shane Amy in there at fullback, Tate at tailback, gets the handoff. He gets 7 yards out to the 38-yard line. It brings up a third and short, 3rd and 1, and quarterback keeper by Tyler Golden this time, and he's got the first down easily across the 40 to about the 42-yard line.
So Tyrone trying to eat some clock here with the 27-0 lead. Game very well in hand here. And Lewistown just not able to do anything or show a sign of being able to put together a good drive on offense.
On the 43-yard line.
We're looking for a number here for the Lewistown Panthers. On defense, I guess? Oh, okay. So Tyler Golden set to take the snap for the Golden Eagles. 2 wideouts near side, including Kadich. Can spot him easily, about 6'5" or so. And an inside handoff, though, goes to Mark Mingle. Mark Mingle, number 9. We're used to seeing Britt Mingle, number 9, for 3 years.
Yeah, we've seen him for quite a few years, a stellar player for the Golden Eagles, but Mark picks up nice yardage on first down, a gain of 5 to the 48-yard line.
Where's the same number? Ball now in Tyrone territory at the 48-yard line. Tyrone has a lot of subs in the game now, including Kadich, and also wide receiver Russell Beck, who is a senior. Good job by the Lewistown defense this time, stopping the Tyrone run.
That's number 30 in there. You just mentioned
Tyrone?
Yeah.
Greg and Beachy on the top for Lewistown.
Number 30.
Joshua Kroll.
Josh Kroll.
Josh Kroll, sophomore. But Lewistown stopped him pretty easily. Golden does remain in, however, at quarterback. Taking plenty of time over center. Now the handoff again. Oh, good defensive play again. And was that number 8 that time, or was it 9 again? I guess that's number 9 again, and of course that's Mingle. Not much there. So Greg makes a stop for Lewistown and going to force a Tyrone punt.
Yeah, lost of 2 by Mingle on that carry, so goes backwards. Going to bring up a 4th and about 6 at the Golden Eagle 47-yard line.
Tyrone couldn't put anything together that time with the subs and the starting quarterback. So punt will be coming up. Ryhart, the kicker, gets it off. Good rush by Lewistown. Taken by Haynes. And Haynes at the 25-yard line. Stopped. So the Panthers, once again, will take over on offense and try to get something going here before we run out of time in this game. Lewistown only scoring 6 points last week against Bald Eagle Airy and the Eagles, and being shut out here so far by Tyrone. Well, the Panthers were hoping for better, and of course, when we saw them last year, they really played well the rest of the season and qualified for the playoffs in AAA.
Yeah, they came on strong at the end of the season. They start here at their own 25-yard line. Connor Muir at quarterback.
Well, Tyrone is a good learning experience for any team. So Muir pitches it out this time. Nice little run down the near sideline.
McMahon on the carry.
3 or 4 yards for McMahon. He stays in bounds, so that keeps the clock moving with 8:37 to go in the game. Well, don't tune us out when the game's over. We'll run down all the scoring plays and some of the stats in tonight's game. Another good one for Johnny Franco. And then Bill Marlette will join us for the scoreboard show. Ball right now for the Lewistown offense is at their own 31-yard line. Muir takes the snap, hands it off inside to Knable. The big fullback barreling his way across the 35, maybe to 37-yard line.
It'll be a first down for the Panthers out to the 37, as you mentioned, Rich. Nice pickup by Knable over right tackle. A gain of about 6.
So the Panthers trying to put something together for the future there, on the ground. They want to show that they can do something on the ground.
And we got a timeout. Lewistown, their second taken, and their score is 27-0. The Golden Eagles lead it, 7:59 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we'll take a break as well. Now timeout, back in 60 seconds. Sophomore quarterback Muir takes the snap. He's going to throw it this time, and not making the catch, but very close to making it on the near sideline was Devin Miller. Excuse me, not Devin Miller, that's the Tyrone player, Josh McKay.
Yeah, again, the pass was in his hands, but it was pretty good coverage by Shane Amy that time. He was not screening the receiver, but he was in between the receiver and the ball. The receiver had to go behind Shane Amy to try and catch it and couldn't hold on.
That was one of those timing plays where the receiver had to look back at exactly the right time and make the catch. He almost did, but couldn't hang on to it. Pitch out goes to McClellan. McClellan around right end, and not much there. Good stop by the left side of the Tyrone defense.
Yeah, again, nice shot by the defense that time. He's going to be tripped up, maybe even a yard loss. Yeah, let's call it a loss of 1 back to the 37, 3rd and 11.
Tyrone leading in the game by a score of 27-0 as we play with 7:30 to go in the game. And the Panthers huddle it up. Tried to work well on the ground there for a while, and they were doing pretty well with this possession, but stopped there cold on the run by McClellan. Here's quarterback Muir back in the pocket. Now he rolls out of the pocket, and he's sacked back inside the 35-yard line. So a big sack by the Tyrone defense this time on Muir.
Yeah, couldn't see which one of the players got him. It's on the far side of the field, but a couple of Golden Eagles corral them at the 33-yard line. It looks like they'll spot it, so it's a loss of about 4, and brings up 4th and long. And 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Another punt for Knable.
No, he's faking it this time, and he's going to run with the football. He's going to run for a first down and more out across the 40, 45, 50. Good fake for Lewistown that time. Good call by the coach Muir, but we do have a flag, and that could bring it back. Who knows?
Yeah, the flag's back at the 37-yard line. If that's the spot of the foul, and it's against Lewistown. Or it could be a face mask. It is a face mask, I believe, against the Golden Eagles.
I was going to say the Panthers finally come up with something big and called back by a penalty, but Lewistown.
Penalties declined.
Penalties declined.
Penalty against Tyrone is declined on the face mask, and Lewistown will have enough of the first down. That turned out to be, what, about a 15, 20-yard gain.
Correct. It was actually an illegal substitution, I believe, against the Golden Eagles. So the 20-yard pickup for Knable on the fake punt gives the Panthers the field position at the Tyrone 47.
Yeah, they send number 17 this time, Sean Eckert, out as a receiver to the near side of the field, but they stick to the ground instead on Knable. He did it on the punt fake with a run for a first down, so give him the ball again, gets a couple of yards. We're in Tyrone territory now at the 41-yard line. Lewistown looking to avoid the shutout. And they certainly have plenty of time on the clock, 5:58 to go. Nearly half of the fourth and final quarter. So Muir again getting the play from the sideline here. Let's see what the call's going to be this time. He comes in the lineup, bringing someone new in with him as well. Zach Hesketh Jr., big guy, number 86, 6 foot, 190 pounder. Yeah, sweep to the near side of the field and a first down for McClellan this time. McClellan's nicest burst of energy and speed on the night.
Yeah, Jeff Goff that time had one carry in the first half, gets his second carry, number 33. And it's all the way down to the 26-yard line of the Golden Eagles. That's a pickup of 16 yards for Goff.
So not McClellan that time, but Goff's on the run for the Lewistown Panthers. Ball at the 25-yard line of the Golden Eagles. Knable again, an inside run this time to the Tyrone 20. Good gain on first down of 5.
Going to get 5 or 6. Called second and 5, as you mentioned, Rich. 5:11 left here in the fourth quarter. Your score is Tyrone 27, Lewistown nothing, but the Panthers making their first threat to score here in the football game.
Best scoring threat on the night for the Lewistown Panthers. And they're at just outside the Tyrone 20-yard line. They huddle it up. Clock not a problem. It is running with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Muir over center, takes a snap. No whistle, might be delayed game here.
It is a delayed game, Rich, so it's going to march it back to the 25 and bring up a 2nd and 10. So they were a little bit slow in the huddle that time and almost got the snap off, but the whistle blew just a fraction before the snap.
That's what I thought as well. I thought they were taking a little bit longer than they should in the huddle. So it's a 5-yard penalty against the Panthers.
2nd down, 10.
Bring it back to the 25-yard line of the Golden Eagles. So they huddled up again. Most of the Tyrone fans staying to the, not the bitter end for Tyrone certainly, but nice busload of fans coming down, sponsored by the Kiwanis Club. We saw them all come in mass, maybe a couple buses. Timeout called by Lewistown. We'll take a time.
Yeah, but there's rules.
Now Knable on the carry this time, but a good stop by the Tyrone defense. They stopped him right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, no gain really, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 at the Tyrone 25. The clock churning. Tyrone leads it 27-0.
Tyrone trying to maintain their shutout for the defense here.
25-yard line.
With Lewistown threatening at the Golden Eagles 25. Well, Muir is going to go back to shotgun this time. Look for a receiver. Knable stands beside him as a blocker, maybe a potential receiver as well. Who knows? Now he's going to look downfield and completes it inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. Number 21 on the reception that time for the Lewistown Panthers. Better check on his number, and that's Gregg. Matt Gregg is a senior, 6'1", 165-pounder, but it's not enough for the first down. So that will bring up a fourth down and about 5 for the Panthers. Could be their last opportunity for a score at the Golden Eagle 18-yard line. Haynes wide out far side. And once again, Muir in shotgun, looks for a receiver. And he has a wide open guy, but he overthrows him. And that is Haynes down the far side, but incomplete.
He had some pressure on him that time and kind of floated that pass out there. If he would have had a good hard rocket pass out there, it might have been completed, but as a result, incomplete. The Golden Eagles will take over on down.
So the Golden Eagles can now run some more time off the clock. With 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go, they may be able to run the clock out here, actually, with a first down, because we think Lewistown has used all 3 of their timeouts.
If I calculate correctly, they have used them all here in the second half, and the Golden Eagles, though, now are going to take a timeout.
Okay, so we'll take a timeout as well. Let's return to our WTRN studios in Tyrone, Pennsylvania, and take a 60-second break. We're here discussing who's in for Tyrone at quarterback. We know Ben Engel was in last week, number 8. Ben Engel threw a touchdown pass to to a receiver in the JV game earlier this week, and Tyrone beat Huntington. So we're kind of assuming that is him in there, Ben Engel. Hands it off to Mark Mingle, so we have that combination again, Engel to Mingle. First down for Tyrone. 17-yard completion, as a matter of fact. So the Golden Eagles with the football. And another handoff inside this time. Tyrone taking some time off the clock. Lewistown might have had their last scoring threat there. They were finally stopped at, where were they stopped? Inside the 20-yard line, I believe. 18-yard line. They made it to the 18 at Tyrone, but couldn't make that fourth down pass reception that they needed. And Tyrone took over. 2 minutes and 17 seconds now, and the clock running. And here's another run for the Golden Eagles. See if we can check on the numbers. Mingle again, okay. So Mingle getting some time in here as a running back for the Eagles.
Yeah, and he's going to pick up another first down, so with a minute 52 left.
Tyrone should be able to just run the clock on now. Stop momentarily as the clock to move the chains. But Lewistown will be unable to stop it. They've used all their timeouts. Ball placed at the 44-yard line of the Golden Eagles. Tyrone will go 3-0 on the year, and Lewistown dropped 0-3. As we get set to host Bald Eagle area next week at Tyrone's Gray Field. Another inside run for the Golden Eagles, and this time it's a good one. It's crossed 45 to the 50-yard line. Check on that number. Cole, sophomore. Gain of about 5 or 6 that time.
His second carry of the game that time. Clock churning down to just over a minute and 2 seconds now. 2nd and 5 for the Golden Eagles at their own 49-yard line.
Yes, sir. 57 seconds left to go now. Golden Eagles just shy of midfield. I formation, Tyrone. And handoff to Mingle again. Mingle about 3 yards, gets it into Lewistown territory at the 48-yard line, so Tyrone will huddle it up. And one more play, and that should be it. I believe they do have to get another play off here with 32 seconds to go. Again, the I formation. Nope, now they switch to split running backs behind the quarterback, who is wearing number 6, but I'm assuming that is Engel, not the punter. Reinhardt, I believe, is the one we have listed as number 6. Yep, who knows? He might be in there as well. Might be a sub-quarterback as well. Now Mingle again on the carry, and that's going to be it. Your final score here tonight, the Tyrone Golden Eagles go 3-0 on the season as they defeat the Lewistown Panthers by a score of 27-0. Well, we'll take a break here for the sportsmen and some game sponsors as well. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
The leading rusher for the Golden Eagles was Johnny Franco at 27 carries, 132 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Tyler Golden had 3 carries for 10 yards. Shane Tate, 8 carries for 38 yards. Shane Amy, 1 carry for 7 yards. Mark Mingle had 7 carries for 38 yards. And Josh Kroll, 2 carries for 6 yards. 48 rushing attempts, 231 yards on the ground for the Golden Eagles. Passing-wise, Tyler Golden, 7 completions in 13 attempts, 1 touchdown and no interceptions for 149 yards through the air. His primary target, Justin Schopp, who had 6 catches for 125 yards and a touchdown. Johnny Franco had the only other reception for 24 yards. Total offense for Tyrone, 231 yards on the ground, 149 through the air for a team total of 380 yards. Well, on the Tyrone Golden Eagles' second possession of the night, they converted it into points. Johnny Franco scoring on a 16-yard touchdown run, capping the 47-yard drive. The extra point kick was blocked by the Lewistown Panthers, and the Golden Eagles led it 6-0 with 5:26 left in the first quarter. Later in the first quarter, a big 48-yard pass play from Tyler Golden to Justin Schopp extended a long drive covering 86